Hello, and welcome back to the Coop De Villa podcast. I'm Scott Cooper, and we are back to talk about all the news, transfer, and otherwise to do with Aston Villa in the last fortnight or so. So, welcome back. We'll be talking about that, and we will be finishing with, yes, that's right, the Coop De Villa Quiz is back after this. Okay, so welcome back to the show. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since we've been on, and we've got a few things to talk about in the transfer world. No signings, well, big signings for Villa. We did sign the young Rangers wonder kid, which we'll get into earlier. But I guess the biggest news, and I'll start with you, Noah, was the three Villa boys that started the under-19 European Championship match in the week, Carney Chukwuemeka, Tim Aroyinban, and Aaron Ramsey. Troy's just lost us for a moment. But,
he'll be back.
He'll be back. Carney with a goal and an assist, and good to see the three Villa lads get good minutes on the pitch.
Yeah, and it's just good to see. Like, obviously they're playing their own age group kind of thing, but they looked, well, especially Carney looked a class above, in my opinion. He is so silky on the ball. He's so clean, and honestly, if he does leave Villa, which I think is going to be more and more likely without him signing this contract, it's going to be a massive, massive loss for the club. But Ramsey looked very good, looked solid, and Timmy, I won't try to pronounce his last name.
Rogenbaum.
Very, very. Is it? Yeah.
Rogenbaum.
Arogaban. They just do their job, and we've seen that when him getting some Premier League minutes, and Ramsey looked very, very good at Cheltenham when he was there. I think that he's going to go back there actually to Cheltenham on loan, but I think all the line lights are on Carney at the moment for sure.
100%, and that goes into like the discussion we were going to get to about the contract situation, Tommy. And what would you do if you were Villa and Christian Perzo and Steven Gerrard would?
Well, first, I'll finish my food. Second of all, I think as we're discussing pre-podcast, I think if your ambitions aren't at the club, why are you wasting everyone's time? So I'd banish him. I think Gerrard's giving him a few cameos, and I think if the contract situation wasn't happening with Carney at the moment, probably wouldn't have been getting those cameos. So I think Gerrard's done his best, but I don't think you want to promise the world if maybe you can't deliver, and also you can't give him the world in hopes of him signing a contract, because then that shows, well, you've got more power than the club. And no one should be above the club. So, you look at Ramsey, a lot of other good youth products. You perform well. You can play. Oh my God, Troy's just disappeared for good now.
Yeah, but he'll come back.
He's rejoined.
I think if you perform well, this is a club where we aren't afraid to breed youth. We're signing a lot of youth products to breed through, and I think maybe that's the the mantra now. We're going for build as opposed to buy. You just buy key positions and then build around that with some good talent. We've got some really good youth talent. So I think if he's going to take advantage of a situation, I think the club's more than fair to him. It's the club that he made his name at, and we've bred him through, and his brother. I think if he's going to take advantage of it, I think just banish him. He can just train with the reserves, and that'll also degrade his skill level as well.
No, it's 100% right. I think he is getting a bit big for his boots, but I just feel that he could be the best youngster out of the lot. So there is that kind of, I'm a bit torn. I don't want him to sort of, be bigger than the club, like you said, but I also don't want him to go to Barcelona or,
dominate.
Yeah, and in 3 years' time, be one of the best young players in the world. It's a tough one. I would give him another chance. I think, I'm not privy to what happens in the dressing room, but I would definitely give him another chance because I really like what he brings to the team. Speaking of youngsters, we signed Rory Wilson, as I mentioned earlier, from Rangers, 16-year-old wonder kid. So that's another sort of positive move. Apparently, there was some sort of issue with FIFA might get involved. So they made sure that it had to happen in a certain time, because if not, then the rules are different in terms of like crossing borders as youngsters and that sort of thing. So they had a bit of red tape to get around. I know that, and they did that.
Yeah.
Steven Gerrard really likes this player. He's obviously seen him at Rangers. So yeah, that's pretty good. Tommy, what do you think about that signing?
I'm just having a look. I think he scored 49 goals last season. Jesus, across all competitions. Kid's a goal-scoring machine. Well, I mean, the stats speak for themselves. You know, you're a striker, put the ball in the back of the net. That's almost like one game, if not more, across all comps. So hopefully he's another star in the making. I mean, if you know, Tim's showing a lot of promise, Carney, you know, Randy's already broken in. If one in every 2 or 3 of our youth products that we are trying to push actually becomes really good, well, you know, I've got a lot of faith in the youth that we're actually backing. Not every kid we breed is going to be a star.
Yeah.
You look on the opposite, we've got Keenan Davis. If Forest offer us 10, let alone 15 million, I'd be biting their arms off with both, you know, all my teeth. Yeah, I think we're breeding
100%.
We're both, I mean, all
Both
of my
his
teeth.
teeth and his foot.
biting their arms with both of my arms. Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah, so I think most of us would sell Keenan Davis for 10, 15 million at the moment, but apparently they're looking at another centre forward, so that might not happen. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. And yes, as you were talking, Cameron Archer is the other one who
Gerrard is going to stay, and I think that's the general consensus across all Villa fans. This kid deserves his start. You know, I think he's warranting a starting spot. Don't know if we're going to sign a forward. If we're not, if one comes in, does that mean maybe it's the end of Ollie and Ings, one of them? I think so. I do see potentially Ings leaving. I know they say he's an important cog, but I think he's starting to hit on a bit, and maybe it just didn't click for him in the season. And I think Gerrard's got enough respect for him to say, Danny, you know, go do your thing at another club.
I know that obviously we like Danny Ings and stuff, but Ashley Priest, Greg Evans, said that he's going to, like, Danny Ings will be staying, just like the other day, so he'll be staying around the group. So
okay.
Just so I'd let you know before you continue talking about it. So
yeah, you don't want to get you know, a comment in the, you know, from Darren again. Was it Darren who he didn't like your Boubacar Kamara number 8.
Hey, Darren's done his research. I've got to admit defeat, and I think that's actually to all of the fans. If you need to correct us and we offer any sort of engagement and correction, feel free to comment and we'll bring it up on the next podcast. You know, whether it's one comment or if it's 10 messages back and forth, Darren, we encourage it, and you know, that's getting the fans involved. So
it's mainly from Troy.
Even though
I'll fly in.
Troy for any reason to jump into something, so it's fine. You know, if you want to target me, the guy with the pork pie hat, or anything.
Hilarious.
We do thank the fans. So, Darren, we do thank you for your contributions. And if anyone does conduct a more robust analysis on players, feel free to send that through, and we can use your information, and we'll give a little shout out and a reference to whoever it was.
That's it. We love all our fans.
Archer, you seem pretty sure he deserves a Premier League run.
Hell yeah! I mean, he scored in his against almost a full strength Chelsea defense in his first Premier League start. He scored, wasn't it a hat trick? It was a barrow or one of those cup games as well.
Yeah, he scored. He scored all his goals for Villa in the cup. So even Chelsea was in the cup.
It's a product. This is what we should be breeding, and it's not like they say, oh, he's a youth product. Well, not really at a lot of clubs. You signed him for 6 months or a year. He was already a promising young talent, and then you played him first team football. This kid's come up through the ranks, done it the right way, got loaned out. I don't think he should get loaned out again. It's not like our forwards are scoring 20 apiece a season. We've got a kid that's a natural goal scorer. He's probably got 10 years on Ings. Why not throw him in there? Throw him in the mix.
Well, I think he should definitely come off the bench, like every single game, no matter if we're winning or losing,
Exactly.
That sort of thing. Like give him at least 10, 15 minutes. And especially if we're losing, get him on the field.
What are we going to lose? And he's a natural goal scorer. I mean, he's clinical and he can score with his head too. Like this kid ticks a lot of boxes. So I think, again, if he was 5 years old and we just signed him from some freaking random Belgium team, he'd probably have a 30 million plus price tag on him. But because it's a youth product, we're probably overlooking a lot of these things, thinking, is he young? Is he all this? Jack came through when he's young. Ramsey came through when he's young. Carney's 19 dominating. Like these kids, it should be, if you're performing well, if you're a striker and you're scoring goals, you start. Not, oh, we've got a $50 million striker we just signed, and we've got to give them preference, mate. At the end of the day, strikers get paid to put the ball in the back of the net.
We signed Wesley at the same age.
Exactly, you know what I mean? And I said, well, that didn't work out for the best, did it? Unfortunate injuries and whatnot.
I mean, there are three factors there at play. There's, what's best for the fans, what they want, what the player wants, and what the club wants. And the fans, without a doubt, they want to see this kid scoring goals. Is he this kind of quality? That's yet to be seen. What's best for the player is his long-term future, and if he's got the quality to be a Premier League striker, maybe he does need to go out on loan. And what's best for the club, if he's not going to get a lot of game time, that's his development gone down the toilet. But I look at it, I agree with you, Tommy. I think you've got to look at his record, and he's scoring goals. He's setting the world on fire, and I have to look at the Villa bench over the last. Realistically, you can look over a lot of years, and for the first season. Last season was the first time for a long time that I'm thinking we've got options on the bench that can change a game. But particularly, Buendia, maybe Bailey will come good. I'm not sure about that. But if Archer came on with 15 minutes to go, I think there'd be an awful lot of excited people in Villa Park.
There'd be more cheering. So and also just to touch on that, Troy, Gerrard said he's actually not going to loan him out, which again, I think that's a breath of fresh air for all Villa fans. Everyone said this kid deserves his chance. And if we can all see it based on a few performances, you look at actually his loan spell, was it Preston?
Preston dominated.
They said, we'd love him. We'd love him back. I think he's got like 10 championship clubs that would love his signature. And that's volumes, Troy. If it's one, you're like, yeah, maybe. But I think he dominated at Preston, and I feel like he actually took his game to another level. So maybe
Gerrard has said he's not going out on loan again.
No, he has. He actually came out and said he's not sending him out.
He said he's going to take him to Australia first and assess it. He didn't say he's not going out for sure.
So we'll see him in Brisbane. You might not know.
I'm still getting there. I'm still getting there. Bloody Jetstar. If anyone from Jetstar's listening to this, fix your flights, man. 5-hour delay, and it's not for another month. Like, how can you push a flight back bloody a month in advance? 5 hours too. Not happy.
Look, we'll have to. We'll see you up there anyway. Even if it is late, but there was a few other rumors. I mean, I don't know how much credence we make with these, but Suarez, Jonathan David, Conor Gallagher.
That one's getting a lot of traction right now, Conor Gallagher. Because I know Ashley Priest has tweeted about it. Greg Evans said that we're monitoring it heavily. Yeah, and they're two pretty reliable journalists. Until obviously Fabrizio Romano, the tapping merchant, tweets about it, we'll never know. But
Gallagher seems to have the right attitude. He seems to have a lot of energy. He seems to want to get stuck in, and I think that's the kind of Gerrard player. As far as Suarez goes, I think he'd be a good player to bring on someone like Archer. He has an attitude that he hates losing, and that's what you want in the changing room.
I don't think we'll sign Suarez though.
I don't think so either. I just think that's a lot of money for just not playing.
Same as Tarkowski, and they said whoever we're constantly linked with, we don't actually sign them. So Tarkowski, Suarez, that's just been in there since day one. Gallagher comes last out of nowhere, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the one we pulled the trigger on. Or we've probably already signed someone, and we're yet to just announce it. That's how Gerrard operates. So a lot of our stars comes out of nowhere. In all these players we've signed, I did think I wouldn't mind actually Ben Foster as a backup keeper. I know he does.
We are linked to him. We are linked to Ben Foster though as well.
Foster, that wouldn't be a bad backup signing. And I think, does he have history of Villa, if I'm correct?
No, he has history of Blues.
Birmingham,
Birmingham.
Didn't we just sign?
Yeah, we just signed Robert Olsen though. Yeah. So we do have two international goalkeepers.
Worth $3.5 million. Was he worth it though?
I think he's a decent back. I know the Man City game.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of stuff happened, but he actually grew into the game, in my opinion. Yeah. He actually grew into it. So
he's a nutter.
Yeah, he does, but he's an international goalkeeper,
Yeah, he took the crosses and that well. He just was a bit nervous with his feet in that match early.
He only conceded 3 in about 5 minutes.
He was nervous with his feet, but he actually set up one of the goals. He punted the ball long.
Yeah, to Coutinho.
Yeah. So.
I think that's a good signing, and I don't think we've got any problems in the goalkeeping area. Conor Gallagher for me, I think is unlikely just because I don't think he'll fit into our system. We don't really play with a number 10. We've got Coutinho and Buendia when he does the 2 number 10s, but I don't know. Conor Gallagher's like an 8. I don't know. It would have to be
Scott.
McGinn or Ramsey that would be dropped for him.
Yep.
I've called a lot of things, Scott. By the end of the season, McGinn will be gone and Gallagher will be in. And I'm not talking gone line up. That's my call early on.
There it is.
It doesn't count unless it's on a piece of cardboard, Tom.
Yeah.
Hashtag McGorn.
I've never seen someone as confident holding a chicken roll.
It's actually like honey sweet thing. I don't even know. It's some Greek thing. It's called,
Nice.
called lady fingers, believe it or not.
Right.
And they're oily.
For me, Stradamus has spoken.
I called Smith out. I called a couple other things. This is my next prediction.
You also said Luiz was terrible, then got your humble pie the week
I
after.
said Luiz out. That was my first hashtag. If you want to go back about a year, you'll see it. And so
Well, that's a great segue, Tommy, because apparently Dougie Luiz is in Rome now with his agents, or his agents are there, and they're discussing a potential transfer to Rome. Roma.
We're not going to make top 8 next year. We're probably going to get relegated. Just kidding. He offers nothing to the team. He played in the front half a couple games, did all right. I'll honestly wish him all the best. If we get 30 mil for him, thanks, guys.
I think he'll tear up the Italian league because it's a little bit more technical. It's a little bit slower. The Premier League's too quick for him.
If you shine in a slow league, well, that's not looking good, is it, Troy?
No, but that's the thing. He needs that extra half a second, 2 seconds on the ball that he'll get in Italy. He doesn't get in the Premier League. I think he's an okay player. He's not going to push us onto the top.
Is he going to break up with Blondie? That's the question.
No.
He'll be back with another ex-Villa player in Jordan Virtue as well, playing in midfield.
He will be.
So
yeah,
there you go. It's so I'm with you. I think Dougie's has been good for us, especially in that year where we just survived.
Project Restart Dougie will never be forgotten because he was elite. Yeah.
So I mean, we are losing a lot of players, and these players, like the likes of Bertrand Traore, Trezeguet, that might be out the door. Well, Trezeguet definitely is out the door. He's gone to Trabzonspor. Is that right?
Not confirmed yet, but
okay.
It's pretty much signed, sealed.
It did say confirmed. He's just not holding up the shirt.
All right.
When was that? I didn't say that.
Right.
Well, anyway, I think what they did for the club needs to be, thanked and appreciated. I certainly appreciate it because, we were in an absolute hole, and they kept us in the Premier League, and they helped us to where we are today. So thank you, Trezeguet, and Dougie Luiz, and anyone else that will leave.
But there are only 3 players on Villa's list, probably after the transfer window is closed, or maybe even 1 after the transfer window is closed from the playoff final that will still be at the club. There's only 3 or 4.
El Ghazi, Mings, and McGinn.
Yeah, so yeah. And then obviously Horse is probably going to go. Davis will probably go. El Ghazi will probably go. So there might be 1 or 2.
Yeah,
that are still there, but it's quite crazy. That team's is pretty much gone now. So
yeah, it's we're certainly building momentum in terms of the squad. Another name that's been mentioned is Alexi Sanchez. Again, this one really sort of reeks of this is what we used to do. Buy these kind of players that were, haven't been good for a while. I mean, he's been on the bench for Inter. His wages would be a major issue. I'm guessing. I don't. Yeah, Bale as well. Gareth Bale was mentioned a few weeks ago. These sort of deals, I think, are prehistoric dinosaur sort of stuff. We need to get out of that way of thinking. And the Boubacar Kamaras, the Diogo Carlos, these kind of players that are at the perfect age, have Champions League experience. Our internationals. This is the direction we're going to go. And yeah, I don't want to see a Suarez or an Alexis Sanchez or a Gareth Bale. Thank you very much.
Do we have a friendly before Brisbane? I think we're playing Walsall, aren't we?
No.
Walsall.
Yes, we're playing Walsall. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's traditional.
And then I'm not sure they come here first. They go to Rennes in France.
Okay.
Rennes, whatever it is.
So I just had a look. So McGinn's actually 1 hour ago. They said Villain's open to John McGinn offers. And apparently Bill, I don't know if you saw this, Bill came out and actually called him a whinger. So Bill actually goes, it was a very tense relationship between the two.
Well, there were rumours about that. Beale's actually confirmed it, has he?
Confirmed it, yeah.
Okay, well, I thought he was well liked in the dressing room, but yeah,
McGinn, that's what I heard. Yeah,
that's a bit of a shock.
He seems like a bit of a cult hero. But again, maybe not by Gerrard's standards. I mean, Gerrard, whatever it is. Dean Smith, it was different. Him and Jack could probably do what they want. But I think Gerrard's a bit, no nonsense.
Well, ultimately, Gerrard wants to get us to Europe. That's his goal. He wants to succeed because
it's not just his goal; it's his job on the line. If he doesn't know,
but he also wants the Liverpool job. 100%. I don't care what anyone says. He wants the Liverpool job, so he needs to make sure he does extremely well at Villa to get that job in 3-4 years, whatever Klopp's contract expires in.
It needs to be, but at what, at how much money spent, at what sacrifices, and I think they're going about it the right way. Look, we're not cutting the core of the team apart. I think we've still got the Mings, McGinn for now. Jack, we had ridiculous money, we couldn't say no to, but I think so. Will Mings be the last one standing out of all of them? And
if McGinn, we sell McGinn, yes, he'll be, and like El Ghazi, Horse, and Davis.
See, I look at McGinn and you look at Dougie Luiz, and I think the easiest way to ask yourself the question, do you still want these players in the team? You say, okay, if we were going to play an opposition and Dougie Luiz was in that team, would you be overly concerned? Not really.
Nah.
If McGinn was in the team, would you be concerned? I think I would.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, he definitely brings a lot to the team, especially when we're not performing that well. He'll sort of get us going and that sort of thing. And I think the McGinn,
he's an engine.
He needs to stay in the squad. He's definitely still in our best 11, in my opinion.
When you say stay at the squad at the expense of what, 50 million just to keep him in the squad? Between him, Bailey, and Buendia, them three are on the bench. That's $100 million bench in 3 players.
McGinn's not going to be on the bench, though, in my opinion. McGinn's going to play.
Gallagher, he's the first. His ass is on the pine.
If we get Gallagher, there's like big clubs after him too.
I think when you're talking about 50, sorry, Tommy, when you're talking about 50 million, I just, we've been talking since the Doug Ellis days that, the bubble is ultimately going to burst. And I don't know whether you guys have seen, but the American League have just signed a deal with Apple. And now compared to the Premier League, it's worth peanuts. But I think if the Premier League looks at that and does a deal with someone like, a Netflix or, whoever, the potential earnings for the Premier League are going to be huge. Now, we know that players suck up 80-90% of that money. So 50 million, I have a feeling in 4 or 5 years' time, isn't going to be an awful lot of money. And I think we're going to see wages explode again.
Look, I'm just going to say, I know we're linked with it, but Gallagher's 30 mil. If we get 50 plus for McGinn, wow. 20 million is a lot of money to have in the bank.
Yeah.
How long does he have on his contract, though?
McGinn re-signed last year for a 4-year deal.
So, there's that. I mean, if we were about to lose him, like if his contract was running down, I'd take 50 mil. But
Spurs United. Spurs United. I'm calling it. It'll be McGinn out. I'm not being negative.
I mean, West Ham apparently won't like him as well. So.
Yeah. Even Watkins.
Watkins isn't going. He's going nowhere, man.
Watkins works his socks. But I said, guys, we don't realize if we had a clinical forward, 20 goals a season, we're not asking for 30 or 50. We're not asking for Alan Shearer stats. But if we had a 20 goal a season forward, would have finished a lot better last season. We're not realizing how much we lack in the front third.
Yeah, well, we can clearly see that by our stats. But stat of the day, obviously, it has to come back. Speaking about chances from open play and being clinical, do you know since 2003, since 2004, only Jack Grealish in 2020, 2021 has created more chances from open play than Emi Buendia last season.
Really?
So I'm expecting big things from Buendia, and I know Gerrard really likes him. So I'm expecting big things from Emi Buendia.
It's not a matter of Gerrard likes him. We've seen what he's capable of.
I know that.
You look at stats, championship. I've been checking Norwich all the time ever since we've been linked with him for ages. I've been saying I'd love Buendia if they went down, and every week it's Buendia on the score sheet, Buendia assist. But again, you gotta have someone that you can feed the balls to, because he can give. You feed the ball through 4 times, but if Ollie's not putting him in the back of the net, that's So you got to have Ings is different. I think Buendia and Ings linked up pretty well.
Yeah,
they did a little bit. Yeah. I remember that goal against Brentford actually away where
the left
Buendia did a what's it called?
Little slide rule pass.
Yeah, it was nice.
My best mate's a Norwich fan. He's coming to the Brisbane game just to see Buendia because he's always said he's the best player he's ever seen in his life.
He's actually a gun. And again, I feel it's funny that I know with Dougie, but you got Carlos, you got Buendia, Coutinho, Martin. You've got this little South American going on now.
Yeah.
One of the bowling boys are ditching the crew, Dougie.
But
I know. Yeah, what Alicia will be devastated.
Noah, you brought up West Ham. You mentioned West Ham a couple of seconds ago. Just
I did.
This is a bit of a off topic thing, but I wonder what's going on with them. I think we all saw that car crash of an interview with a potential Blues new owner, and he said financially he's been backed by Sullivan from West Ham. Now you can't have a financial interest in two clubs. So if he's buying Blues, does he have to bail from West Ham?
Maybe, but I don't think.
Bail a club that's actually successful right now, selling on a high. I know it sounds silly. Have they been active in the market? Have they signed anyone?
West Ham, they just signed someone yesterday.
Big name?
Like, so I
this
don't know.
central defender from France. He's supposed to be really good. I don't know his name, but he's supposed to be good.
I don't know who it is, but he's meant to be all right.
All right, but we're kind of going on a bit because we still got to do the quiz. So let's get to that.
Let's do it.
All right. So what is the score line again?
I was 4-0 to me.
I was behind Troy by one. I think
4-3-1. I think it is.
I was thinking it might have been 5-4-1.
Agbonghor, by the way, that's his name from.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but coming up after this is the Coop De Villa Quiz. So stick around. Okay, so we're back, and here comes the Coop De Villa Quiz, which we haven't done for, 6 months, it feels like it. But we are back. All right. And you guys all know how this works.
15, no, they're still trying to figure it out, man. Like
15 questions.
Scotty's still trying to figure it out.
Yes, I know. We got some of these were written by a man a while ago. Others I had to fill in the gaps because some of the questions were kind of specific to that sort of time. Right. No, but this one is just to figure out who goes first, what order we go in. So the question is, how many penalties has Gabby Agbonghor scored for Aston Villa in the Premier League?
22.
Beep. Can I guess?
22?
Can I guess?
Troy?
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck's sake. I'm going to say 14.
14?
I'm going to say 10.
All right. The answer is 0.
Yes.
So it goes Noah, Tommy, Troy. He has never taken a penalty.
I've just realized when my camera packs up, my audio doesn't pack up, does it?
No.
Oops. My apologies.
No, we got a nice some foul language earlier, but it's okay. All right, so Noah, Tommy, Troy is the order. So Noah, give me a question between 1 and 15.
Let's go back to old tradition. It's cold in Melbourne, mate. You have no idea. I'll go 1.
Number 1. Okay.
Here we go. Good to be back.
Okay. All right, Noah. Coming up on the 20th of July, Brisbane Roar will host Aston Villa in the Queensland Champions Cup.
Yeah.
What stadium will the game be played at?
It's the Townsville. It's in Townsville.
It is in Townsville.
Yeah.
The Townsville University bullshit stadium. I don't know.
There are options available?
Options available. Yeah, that's the one I wanted.
Okay. So the options are HBF Stadium, North Queensland Stadium, Queensland Country Bank Stadium, or Townsville 4X Stadium.
It's the third. I think it's the third one you mentioned.
That's correct for 1 point. Yeah, it's the Queensland Country Bank Stadium for 1 point.
University, the Queensland Country Bank. That's the one. Shut up, no.
I'm doing the slight nod of the head for the psychological freak out. He's not buying it anymore.
I knew the name like briefly. I just didn't obviously know it off by heart. So.
All right. So Tommy, you're up next. Any question apart from number 1?
Number 7.
Number 7.
42.
Okay, what club does former Aston Villa and former West Ham midfielder Robert Snodgrass currently play for?
Shit.
Champion.
And I know it as well.
Oh, no, it's Troy that gets to steal after me. This is going to be interesting.
Yes, there is stealing available. That's true. We haven't.
Robert Snodgrass.
I nearly forgot about that.
I'm playing on the right. Take an absolute punt and ask for the options.
Okay. A, he is currently a free agent. B, Cardiff City. C, Luton Town. D, Lincoln City.
Not Luton. Not Lincoln. And Noah said he knows the club, so it's clearly not free agent.
Well, I could have honestly just pulling your leg.
Yep. And I'm going to say it's not Cardiff, so...
It's none of it.
Cardiff, Luton, Lincoln. Actually, it's a Luton Town.
His
Oh, the technical issues are rolling in tonight.
I'm still thinking, actually.
Which one's closest to the Black Sea, Tommy?
Is it Luton Town, Scott?
All right, we're back. So what did you say?
He said Luton.
I said Luton.
Luton is correct for 1 point.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And do you know what's interesting, though? He played with Henry Lansbury and James Bree, former Villa players.
And they had the smallest budget in the championship
1.5 mil.
Can I ask?
And made it to the playoffs.
Luton in the playoffs? Yeah.
Yeah, they made it.
They lost to Huddersfield.
That's how I remember it, funny enough. That's what I'm like, I swear they were in the playoffs and I remember it.
All right, Troy, any number apart from 1 and 7?
9, please, Scotty.
9.
Position Troy prefers to be in.
All right.
On my own, yeah, it's just a 9.
Current Melbourne City forward and Socceroos number 9, Jamie McLaren, is a well-known Aston Villa supporter. At age 15, he went to UK for football trials and was close to signing for Villa after a successful trial with the club. However, the move broke down. And which club did he end up signing for?
Melbourne City. I don't know. Give me the options.
He said it. He said Melbourne City.
Yeah, you said current Melbourne City player. So
he's current. Yeah, but no.
Well, there you go then.
That's incorrect.
Hibs.
That's incorrect.
Can I steal?
Yes.
It is Hibs.
It's a Blackburn Rovers.
It is correct. For 3 points, Tommy. Well,
really?
It's
he went to Hibs, didn't he?
No, it was Blackburn Rovers. I remember this because he was 15 or 16. I was playing for Kilo.
Oh, no, he did.
And he was at Green Gully. He was one of the hottest prospects going out.
Wow.
So he signed for Blackburn's youth and then...
Yes, Blackburn. Tommy.
At 15. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought because I know he went to Hibs.
No. He was at Blackburn for a little while.
Yeah, no, I forgot.
All right,
that's the warm-up round. Let's start properly.
After one round, Noah has 1 point, Tommy has 4 points, and Troy 0. And we're back to Noah.
Noah's spewing, Troy. The math didn't work.
2.
Number 2.
Yeah, I honestly thought because I know he obviously went to Hibs.
He wasn't Hibs. He was dominating.
He went back to Perth Glory first, didn't he?
Yeah, it was Blackburn for a little stint.
Yeah, fuck.
All right, Noah, number 2. The last time Aston Villa beat West Ham was away at Upton Park in the 2010-2011 season.
Yes.
Where Villa triumphed 2-1.
2-1, yep.
Who scored the winner in injury time?
Gabby, Agbonghor.
It's correct. It is correct. Gabby is correct.
Thank you, Gabby.
And the reason there's so many sort of West Ham questions is these are the ones that O'Man wrote
before
around the West Ham game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy,
how would you?
I remember watching that game with my uncle actually, and I'm pretty sure Darren Bent scored the equaliser in that game as well.
He was one of the options. So
yeah,
I'm guessing you're right there.
Yeah, and we're actually 1-0 down in that game as well. So
there you go. Wow.
And this is what year?
2010, 2011.
Freak.
Absolute
freak.
Yeah, research it.
Tommy, I need a number.
Number 10, please, Scott.
Number 10. Okay.
Freak.
All right. Tommy, number 10. Diego Carlos hasn't made his full debut for Brazil yet. But what tournament did he win with Brazil? So he hasn't played for the full team, but he won a tournament for a Brazilian team, obviously. What tournament did he win?
With the Brazil team, but he hasn't debuted, you're saying?
Yeah, he hasn't played for the full side.
But basically, what tournament of Brazil won that he was a part of?
Correct. There are options available.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking. So I'm like, well, what tournaments did Brazil play in? It's either the World Cup or Copa America. Be one of the two. And they didn't win it because obviously Argentina won it. But then Carlos is 29. So did they win it like 5 years ago? I know it sounds.
Yep. Keep going.
It's either that's all I know that Brazil fucking playing.
Well, they don't just play in them. They play in sort of different World Cups, you know, like
Shut up. Stop talking.
different things.
Stop talking. Stop talking. This is cheating.
Just giving it away, Scott.
I'm not giving it away.
Oh, by the way, Darren Bent did score, assisted by Luke Young.
Can I have the options, please? Just
The options are the under-23 World Cup, the under-23 Copa America, the under-20 World Cup, or the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
The Tokyo Olympics
is correct for 1 point.
Oh, I do remember the Brazil. Yeah,
Douglas Luiz won it with him, mate.
Correct. All right. So it is now Troy. You need some points, Troy.
The reigning quiz champion, Troy Eccles.
Yes, he is leading 4-3.
It starts. You need to remember what happened last time you got smart, boy.
Mate, I'm not winning at the moment, so it's all good.
Number 3. Please.
Number 3.
Bastard.
Okay.
Burkina Faso.
Yeah. West Ham is the answer.
Okay. Prior to his loan move, Matt Targett had worn the number 3 jersey for Aston Villa. What number does he currently wear at Newcastle, or he did last season?
Take the options.
Okay, most of their squad would be announced. You know what? My first answer in the opening question was 27. So I'm going to go for 27.
27 is incorrect. Noah, you can steal.
I am almost certain, because obviously I still follow Matt Targett on Instagram, right? Because obviously Villa players still follow him. He posted...
His eyes were down just a second ago, Scott, so I'd like to...
Sorry.
I just find it...
Because every time I look up, I know I feel like I'm going to give something away. So I tried not, like when you guys are going to answer, I don't look.
Just to be safe with the screen on. I like it.
The screen on.
He's got this bank of...
All right, come on, Noah. What is it?
I think it's 13. It's between 13 and like 15-ish.
So which one are you going for?
I'm going to go 13 because that's the first thing I thought.
And that is correct for 3 points. And that takes Noah to 7 and into the lead.
No, Troy, take the fucking options.
And by the way, if you must know, that was the most read thing on my phone, which is the West Ham game score.
There you go. But there's still plenty of points out there. After round 2, Noah has 7, Tommy has 5, Troy has 0. So Noah, it's your question, and there's 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I'll go 4, thanks.
Number 4. Okay. Aston Villa will travel to the Vitality Stadium on the opening day of the season to play Bournemouth, just like they did back in 2015.
Rudy Gestede.
On that day, we won 1-0 with Rudy Gestede scoring the winner.
Yes.
That's his answer.
What club did we sign him from?
Oh, Blackburn Rovers.
Rudy, you said
Rudy Gestede. He jumped the gun.
Yeah, I was saying Rudy Gestede.
No. If you're on Who Wants to Be, if you're on Taylor the Century and you go and you hit that buzzer, that's your answer, bitch.
Rudy Gestede scored the goal. Yeah.
I'm going to give you 2 points there because
I always say that.
I'm giving you 2 because you did jump the gun and be a bit lippy there. So I'm docking you a point, but it was correct. Blackburn Rovers.
Too many.
It should be 1 point too many. It should be 1 point, Scott.
No, I'm giving him 2. He got it right. It's Blackburn Rovers, but he's got to wait till the questions finish next time. Thank you very much. Okay, so that one's gone. That was number 4. Yeah, number 4. So Tommy,
Noah, you're on mute, Noah. Noah, you're on mute.
We can't hear Noah.
It was a bullet header.
It was a bullet header. Thanks for that. Okay.
I note with interest that Armand hasn't asked any questions prior to 18-20 12.
No,
Well, that
No, they
was
were-
the
they
Scott
were-
one. That was a Scott one.
that was a me one. Yeah, that was me one.
I'm going to go with question 13.
13.
And by the way, the Vitality Stadium's a shithole when I was there last, and Samata School when I was there too. So there you go. We lost 2-1.
Shut up, freak.
Okay, Aston Villa's 4-0 win against Southampton saw Villa's 2 Brazilians combine to score one of the goals of the match. Following the game, Douglas Luiz tweeted a photo of his celebration with the caption "Made in Vasco," in reference to Vasco da Gama, a Brazilian football club that both Coutinho and Douglas Luiz played for. What object appears in the Vasco da Gama team badge? Their crest. That's an Amman one. It's a
Big
difficult one.
Vasco, vasectomy,
Vasco.
balls. Like the
There are
Blues bag.
options
What the
available.
Amman, what the hell?
Oh, what is it? Sorry, the podcast is now into its third hour because the questions are an
I
essay.
reckon, I reckon, like, I'm just thinking here, maybe like the letter V or something. Like,
That's honestly not a bad shout. I've got no idea.
Can I steal?
it's either V or an X. I reckon it's a letter.
Can I steal?
Well, is that your answer?
No,
Well,
but
you got to take it. He said it. That's same rules as mine. He said it. Chip off.
He was thinking out loud. All right.
Oh,
It was
actually,
different.
no, I wasn't like, oh, blue. Well, sorry.
Can I steal?
What was it? What?
What
Import
What object appears on their club badge?
What's so it's Brazil, Vasco da Gama. How can it's object is a thing.
It is.
I'm gonna take the options, Scott. I have
You got it.
Okay. The options are a red, white, and blue flag, a palm tree, a gold star, or a ship.
Well, Vasco in Brazilian actually means freight. Does not.
Bullshit.
It does not.
I was about to go. This is a Black Sea thing or something. What are you doing? Oh, okay.
I reckon. I know it sounds dumb. I'm gonna just go with palm tree.
It's a ship.
Fuck.
I just
Unfortunately,
researched it because I obviously had no idea. And once you took the options, I would know. But that's their logo. So there you go.
Weird.
I was going to go for a goat.
and we've had no bonus questions yet. This has been quite interesting. But
Yeah,
that
it's
one's
very
gone.
interesting.
13 has gone. Noah.
No, but
You missed Troy.
Sorry, Troy. I missed Troy.
Yeah,
Troy.
he's at irrelevant. It's all good.
what's the last number? 20?
15, bro.
Is 15 available?
Yes.
It is. Yes.
Give me that and a
Okay.
bonus, please.
Bertrand Traore currently captains African nation Burkina Faso. How old was Traore when he made his full senior debut for Burkina Faso?
Shitting me. I'm defriending Amman right now.
That was an Amman one too.
How old was he when he made his senior debut for Burkina Faso?
Yeah, he made his international debut.
I could give you a hint, but I don't want to give you a hint.
Okay, how many times was he wanking himself? 15, 16, 16, 17,
The fidget
16.
thing.
See, I'll go 17.
That's incorrect, Noah.
I'm going to obviously take the option because I know before you give me the options, he was from France. So he didn't go to Burkina Faso until he was a little bit older, I'm pretty sure. Not like that much older, but yeah.
Okay.
So far off the money, you have no idea.
Okay, the options are 16, 17,
really?
15, 22.
Oh. The first thing, I thought he was a bit older, so I'm going to say 22.
It's incorrect. It's 15.
Idiot.
I would have
Wow.
gone for 16 anyway if I'd had the options.
Very, very young.
Yeah.
But I thought he was from France first. But anyway, I'm like, yeah, it must be way off.
He must have just
Do I get a point for
got on a
being
plane?
1 year off? 1 year, 1 point.
no, unfortunately
Shut
not. Noah, it is your
I'll go
question.
5. 5, and that's available, please. Is it
Okay.
available?
It's available.
Okay, cool.
Aston Villa signed Rangers wonder kid Rory Wilson this week. How many goals did he score last season?
That's all shit.
Is it 49?
It was.
What do I-
we talked about that in the podcast. Well, Tommy brought it up. I was like, as soon as you said it, I was like,
See, the bonus question is what's the 3-digit security pin on his credit card? And no one knows that as well.
It's because Tommy researched like bloody half an hour ago.
No. There was Tommy did research it and he was right. It was 49.
Well done, Thomas.
Can I take number 12?
Number 12.
What is it on now? Like 11?
Beating my own
Yeah,
record.
Noah's on 12 and you're on 5. So Noah's running away with it. But he did get a bit of an easy
Boy,
one.
take your options next time. You've given him all these gimmies.
They're fighting.
Don't just stop. Fight on the first. All right,
Sorry.
self-insurance.
Okay, Tommy, I think you might get this one. Hopefully. Which former Aston Villa captain is a co-commentator on Optus Sport / the Premier League productions? So on the world feed that goes out to the world, there's an Aston Villa former captain that does it. He's a co-commentator.
Surely. If I'm right, I think there's 2 former Villa players that commentate on the world.
There's
as well.
4.
Is there 4? Is there? Okay. I was only thinking of 2.
Yeah.
Villa captain. I'm just thinking. I'm going through our captains. There's obviously one that stands out.
Oh, there'll be a couple that stand out.
Do you know who it is, Noah?
No, I don't.
No, well, I'm torn between 2, so I'm actually quite interested.
Is it Paul McGrath?
It's not. That's incorrect. So
Steal.
It goes to Troy. You can steal.
Andy Townsend.
Correct for 3 points. He's on the score sheet.
Andros's dad.
See, I actually forgot about him. Because I know Stephen Warnock's on there and Lee Hendry's on there.
Yeah,
I forgot about Andrew Townsend.
I think Dion Dublin's the other one. But...
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
I haven't heard.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
I have to say,
actually, he might be BBC.
Yeah.
But I just put him as an option.
I heard Lee Hendry a couple of weeks ago, and he actually wasn't as bad as I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be a total abortion, but he was fair.
He was all right.
Yeah.
Okay, now Troy, it's your question, so you can get some more points here.
The comeback is on.
Yep. What number? We've got 14, 10, 11.
Yeah, 14. That's my birthday. Did you notice? 51 the other day. Not one of you wished me a happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Darren in the comments, mate. Just happy birthday. 51.
So talking about Lee Hendry.
Twat. Yes.
Why did Lee Hendry miss the plane to an away Intertoto Cup match in July 2000?
The obvious answer is he was either drunk or stoned, or possibly both.
Both. Option C.
Go. Let me give me the options. Let's get some points on the board.
The options are: he suffered a depressive episode, he crashed his Porsche 911, he slept in, or he was high on cocaine.
He could have crashed his Porsche because he was high on cocaine.
But I was thinking.
I think I would have remembered if it was public that he was on car. So I'll say he crashed his car.
Correct for 1 point.
I'm sure.
He crashed his Porsche.
His car high on cocaine because he slept in.
Yeah.
And that's 14 gone. All right.
What is it with Villa players crashing cars?
Yep. I know. There's been a few of them, hasn't there?
How many points has Tommy got?
Tommy has 5. You've got 4.
I'm on 7, Scott.
No, you're not.
No, you're on 5.
You're on 5, bro. You've
coming against you, Thomas.
Second here.
I'm on 12, buddy.
Yeah.
Is this the last round?
This is the last round.
Oh, okay.
What?
We've got
bonus questions there.
Yeah, we've all got bonus questions.
No, there was one that someone got wrong, so they didn't get the bonus. There's 2 bonuses. There's 2 bonuses still there.
Well, that's all good. What questions are still around, Sir Scott Cooper?
6, 8, and 11.
I'll go 6, please.
Thanks, Cooper.
Oh my god.
Keto Faso.
Away from Aston Villa's Australian tour, they have 2 other pre-season friendlies arranged. Their annual friendly versus Walsall at the Bescott Stadium, and an away fixture versus which French club?
This is a setup.
Renz?
Renz is correct for 3 points.
Yes, let's go. 15. Tied my best. I tied my best.
How did you get both the questions we talked about in the podcast? That's when it went.
No talking pre-podcast.
No, it wasn't pre. It was during.
It was during the podcast.
And I was like, going, "Oh no, again! It already happened once."
Research for freaking Noah. Give me number two.
This is bullshit. No bonus question for that one.
No. The other two do
I don't
have.
care.
The other two do have 8 and 11. Both have bonus questions.
I think I might be home, boys. I'm just.
Okay, what do you want? 8 or 11? 8.
Troy,
Okay.
take it, please. Don't let him break his record. You have to take it.
I'll stop the record.
Well, I will guess deliberately to give you extra points. I don't.
I've tied it. I've tied my record. I don't care. You guys are not good enough. Like.
No.
All right, here we go, Tommy. On the final day of the 2007-2008 season, Aston Villa played West Ham in a 2-2 draw out at Upton Park. Which former Aston Villa player scored for West Ham?
I actually know this too.
Of course you do.
I actually know this.
What is all this West Ham wankery?
It's because
They're bad, don't know.
it's because when a man made the questions, we were just about to play West Ham, or we just played them.
Well, man, update your content.
Fucking hell.
I actually know this too, so I hope they get it right.
Dark. It's Peter. I don't fucking know. let me think. Who the hell went to West Ham from Villa at the time? We signed John Collins. Was it Collins? James Collins from West Ham, not the other way around. Or was it the other way around?
I
think he went
I
back.
can tell if he went back. Yeah, so he
Yeah.
was at West Ham to Villa, then to West Ham.
Oh, wait, that was later on. All right, give me the options, Scott.
Okay, the options are Carlton Cole, Nigel Reo-Coker, Norberto Solano, or Thomas Hitzelsberger.
Rio Coca?
No, it's incorrect. It's Nobby Solano, unfortunately.
I thought it was
So
Nigel.
you don't get the bonus. And Troy, you got number 11.
And I get all 3 bonuses.
Hey, Troy, how much I got to pay you, mate? So let me have a crack at my record, mate. How much I got to pay you?
Yeah, Troy, take your options before you just say options already, Troy.
There's not enough money in the world. Come on. let's
Okay,
go.
Troy. After a disappointing season, where did Aston Villa finish in the Premier League in the 1994-95 season?
He knows that.
Is the answer below West Ham?
I don't know, possibly.
That's his answer.
No, come on. What? Say the question again. Sorry.
Okay, after a disappointing season, where did we finish in 1994-95?
Take your options, Troy, please.
I don't even know them. I don't even know the answer.
Doesn't matter. You'll probably get it right.
Yeah, this is probably the most difficult one.
Take the options, Troy.
Yeah, give me the options.
Yeah.
The options are 15th, 16th, 17th, or 18th.
Yeah, 17th.
No, it's actually
No.
18th.
18th.
Oh,
Of
we're
course
always
it was.
one off.
And the bonus question for that one, just for shits and giggles, was we finish 18th. What is unique about Villa finish 18th and not being relegated that season?
Because there must have been 2 relegations only.
I reckon it's where the team with
All
the
difference.
just like escaped relegation.
No. There must have been a team must have gone bankrupt or something. Like Wimbledon must have gone bankrupt, no?
No, it was because the league was 24 teams then, or 20, or no, it was reduced from 22 to 20. So 4 teams got relegated:
Yeah.
Palace, Ipswich, Leicester, and Norwich, and only 2 came up.
Shock me, Norwich got relegated. Shock me, Norwich got
They are
relegated.
I know.
they're the ultimate yo-yo team.
Oh, yeah.
aren't they?
I'm starting.
All right, well, congratulations, Noah. You are the winner with 15. Tommy had 5. Troy had 4. And the overall score now is 4-4-1. Tommy, I thought you were actually going to do it. You were off to a good lead there.
I was like a little Viagra pill. I started softened up.
If Darren jumps in the comments and said, "Troy, you're a fucking loser," I'm just going to give him the thumbs up.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we love all the comments, even the haters, just like Tommy said in his thank you video. We love the haters. So
And also shout out to the support on the last video. Those 701 views, 215 subs now as well. We love you all. So
that's
They
it.
hate us so much they follow us now.
exactly.
That's it. And we'll probably wrap up there. Thanks again for all your support. Please like and subscribe, and check out our other videos, especially our last transfer news video and the one that we have. Aston Villa are coming to Australia. You can see all about the tour there. And I will, looking forward to seeing you all in Brisbane. And
I think we
Perth.
need to have another podcast, even if it's just for a few minutes, just with information about what's going on in Brisbane and Perth and Townsville for the peeps.
Yes, we'll do that next next one.
If anyone wants to see Cooper, just let him know.
Yeah, just talk to Cooper. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. No, thanks again, everyone. Up the Villa, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Up the Villa. See ya.
Up the Villa. Woo.